Okay, welcome everybody to this weekly leadership Zoom. I hope you guys are all having an amazing week. But I wanted to really dig deep into consistency today. I wanted to, it was kind of the topic of the morning today, and I hosted the 6:30 a.m. Power Hour / self development, and something that kept coming to mind is how ambassadors, people that we're following, people that we watch, the only difference between them and us is that they're more consistent, you guys. They're more consistent. They show up every day. Okay. They plan out their schedules. They make time for the things that they need to do for their business. They have, more organization, I guess that you could say, than us. And it's not even that they're working more than us. It's not that they're working more than us. It's just that they're consistent, you guys, and they show up, and when they work, they get their stuff done. And so I feel like sometimes we could look at other leaders and we could look at other people in the business and we're like, we just wish we could be there. But realistically, you guys all, it's not like if you're going to get there or when you're going to get there, you are going to get there if you are consistent, period. Okay. So what I want you guys to do today is, like, if you're not being consistent in this business, like, ask yourself why you're not. Like, whatever it is, it could be literally like Amber Parker said this morning on the Zoom we were on. If Mondays you notice you're not getting your stuff done, figure out what it is about Monday that you're not getting your stuff done. And you're like, okay, Monday just is the day that I have to take my kids to appointments, or I have all this going on, and get up 30 minutes earlier on Monday because, Monday you're busier, right? So it's just about, like, not making an excuse and just kind of like fitting it into your schedule, or, getting up earlier. And I'm not going to tell you guys to stay up late anymore, because I used to say stay up late. I don't believe that that's the way you're going to be successful. I believe that if you get up early, you're going to be successful, or you don't even have to be on with us at 6:30 a.m. It's a crazy, look at the cat trying to walk across. It's a crazy time. It's a crazy time. It's hard to get up at 6:30. You can do it, but I don't expect you to be on there. You have to show up for your business either way when you get up, right? So the question is if you're not getting on at 6:30 and you're just like not there yet, that's okay, because it took me 5 years to get there. There's so many times where I try to get up early and I completely failed. And the past couple of weeks haven't been easy. They've been kind of hard. Like, I'm trying to stay awake while I'm on them, but I'm there because I know that I need to be more consistent. I'm not going to go ambassador sleepy, and that's where I want to get this year. So I can sleep later, right? So I know that my consistency getting on these power hours, I'm telling you guys, I would not show up at 6:30 in the morning if I knew it wasn't going to produce anything for me. I have been in this business long enough to know that just me showing up at 6:30, even though I freaking am so tired, my eyeballs hurt, that it's going to do something for my business, and our team is going to go ambassador that way. I know that. I've been here long enough to know that my consistency doing that is going to show. And before I know it, all of you are going to be diamonds. Everybody's going to be promoting, and we're going to have an ambassador team like that, because consistency is what's going to get us there. So I want you guys to write a piece of paper somewhere and write consistency, like in big, bold letters. Maybe have your kids do something cute on it. And I want you to put it on your mirror. I want you to put it on your computer. I want you to put it on your coffee pot. I don't care. Wherever you see it, like wherever you know you'll see it. I want you to stamp that somewhere. And every day that you get up, when you see that, I want you to remind yourself, am I being consistent for my business? This is my business. It's not Melissa's and Taina's business. It's my own personal business. It's not Ryan and Veronica's business together. It's Veronica's business. It's Ryan's business. So Ryan, Veronica, everybody's going to make a choice for their own business. And if we really, truly want to be successful in this business or any business, you can go anywhere. If you're not consistent, you're not going to be successful. Just like, you go to the gym every day. You don't go to the gym every day, you get fat, right? Whatever you want to say. You gain weight. You start to hate your body. You start to say, like, why am I not happy with myself? Well, are you making it a priority to get up and exercise? I can raise my hand to that. No, I'm not. So I'm not happy with my body. So if you're not happy with your business, it's probably the same reason. You're not consistent, right? So Oh my God, the animals are crazy right now. So you guys just decide, like, if you want to make this a side business or a side hustle, then do that. I'm not going to be mad at you for wanting to make $200 a month. But I'm telling you that you can make thousands and thousands a month. And you can change your family's life, and you could pay cash for everything. And you can take that trip that you've dreamed of and tell your kids yes every time you go to the store. My husband freaking hates me. Why do you always say yes to your kids? Because I can. Because 2 years ago, I couldn't. 2 years ago, I had to say no to a bag of chips. I literally didn't have money to get my kids a bag of chips. You ask me for a Slurpee, like, you're literally asking me to go find change in my pockets because I didn't have it. So that is why I say yes to my kids. I dropped $400 the other day on freaking, what are they called? Hoover boards. Does my husband know? No, not until they get here. But I can, so why not? My diamond check was huge. Guess what? My kids want Hoover boards and they deserve it. Hoover, whatever. They always correct me. But my point is like, you know how good it felt to be able to go to Walmart.com and not care and buy each one of my kids a Hoover board and not care? It was the best feeling in the world. And I still have money left over. And I paid my truck. And I gave my husband his whole check. I said, here, pay whatever you need to pay. And guess what? I paid for the groceries. You know, I'm not going to ask why. I have it. It felt so good. So, like, either you want to make $200 and that's what you're happy with, and that's okay. Like, if you're happy with that a month, I'm not going to hate on that because $200 is a lot still. Like, that's what I joined for. I joined for $200. I was like, you know what? Like, when I saw people making money in this business, I remember the first thing I thought was like, Ruby is going to be everything. Like, an extra $500 a month. Like, if I just make $200, I remember like dreaming, if I could just make $200 consistently, it's going to be everything. And it was nice. For the first couple months, I'm like, okay, this is cool. Like, I can pay my co-payment. I don't have to worry. And then I started to think, like, but what if I could make more? Like, what if I could pay bills? And what if I could have extra money? And I just went after it. So just decide, you guys, be consistent, decide how much money you want to make. And if you're happy where you are, and I know this sounds really bad, like I even told my sister, I can't push you past where you're wanting to get past. Like, I can't push her to want to be diamond. You are going to grow into wanting to be diamond, and I'm going to be here and I'm going to be ready. I'm going to be like, yep, you're ready. It's your time, right? But I can't, it's almost like a drug addiction, right? Like, or an addiction to anything. It doesn't have to be drugs. I hate using that as an example. But we can't get someone out of that unless they choose to do it. It's the same thing with this business. You're not going to get out of your own head or out of your inconsistency until you choose to say, no matter what, this list that I have for my business is going to get done every single day. And especially if you're a leader and you have people under you, this is what these leader Zooms are. So they're a little bit more rare, you know? You have to show up for your team, even if you're half asleep like me. You have to show up and you have to lead from the front and you have to show your team no matter what, you're going to do it and you're going to get it done because it's that important to you for yourself to be successful and for your team to be successful. Because if you give half, you're going to get half results. If you show up some of the time, you're going to get something some of the time. So I don't ever have topics really unless it's from the diamond call that I try to like follow up with or follow off of. So let's just decide today what we really want out of this business and what we're going to do to get it. Okay. And like I said, it all falls back to consistency. That's it. Consistency. I don't care who you are. I don't care how much you weigh. I don't care what you look like. I don't care if you whatever you're telling yourself that you are. Okay. I used to tell myself, why would anybody want to buy products from me? Like, I'm overweight. Why would anybody want to join my team? I only make $200. I don't even make $200. Why would anybody want to join me? I haven't even made $20. That's why people don't join you, because you're saying that and you're saying, I don't even make money, so why would anybody want to join me? Wake up and say, I'm going to be rich. I'm going to make so much money. I'm going to help so many people. I'm going to change my family's life. That is why people are going to join me. I'm going to be so healthy. I'm going to have the most amazing whatever is, you guys, we all have a different preference on the way we want to look. So I don't want to say you have to be skinny. You do not have to be skinny. I'm always going to be thick. Okay. That's just my personal preference, but I do want to be healthy and I want to feel good, and people feel that your energy, they feel that when they see that you, no matter what, you're happy and you love yourself. They're going to want to be a part of that. So I have to also tell myself every day, be yourself. You don't need to be anybody else. Just be yourself. You're going to bring in the right people by being yourself. You don't have to change who you are. For the longest time in the beginning of my business, I tried to be other people because I was like, oh, if I'm more like her or if I'm more like them, you know, attraction marketing to me is not the perfect picture. It's showing people who I am and me being myself. And that's how I'm going to bring people in. And that's how I've always brought in distributors in. Like, I've always brought in distributors in just by being myself. And anytime I try to be somebody else is when I notice, like, oh, something's happening and it doesn't feel good. Like, I don't feel good doing this because I'm trying to be whoever else I was trying to copy back in the day. But we have to be ourselves. Do you want to chime in at all, Melissa? I don't want to, like, not let you if you want to.
Excuse me. I don't know. I woke up late this morning to be on the self-development Zoom. So I'm not really sure what you went over. So I'm not sure if you want me to go in that subject again tomorrow.
I just read the pictures you sent me. That's all I did. And that's all I did.
Okay. So it's a valid exercise to do often. So we can just do it again tomorrow and just kind of like seal that. But what I was going to say is this morning I was listening to, after we got off the Power Hour, Tony Robbins. He's absolutely amazing. When I need a kick in the behind, or I'm figuring stuff out for myself or for clarity, or for, like Taina was saying, consistency. If you're not being consistent, be consistent starting today. Decide that you're going to be consistent right now until this month ends. And consistency, procrastination, those two things are linked. It's my default setting. I'm just calling myself out. When I feel like something is too far away and it can't happen, I go into procrastination mode. I go into I'm just calling myself out, okay? Because nobody's perfect. And I know that everybody goes through this from time to time, and it's absolutely normal to go through it in your business. So don't think that you're weird, excuse me, or you're not capable of reaching the promotion that you want to reach. It does happen to everyone. People with the best mindsets in the world, people that work on themselves every day, they do go through that sometimes. So I just want to add to that if that's where you're finding yourself right now, and that's what you want to change, and that's what you want to do, like Taina's saying, yes, you need to make a commitment to yourself of just doing it, but you also need to ask yourself why you're not being consistent. Because if you don't figure out why, then you'll just keep doing it over and over again. And you have to figure out what that trigger is for you. I know what it is for myself. So when I get into a bad mood, or things are not going my way, or my day is just insane, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I've gotten nothing done. I have those days too, you guys. Like, I'm not a superhuman. I'm not. So you gotta figure out what the trigger is, because if you figure out what the trigger is and the reason why you're responding to your life that way, you can change it like that instantaneously. So if you're not getting on these self-development Zooms in the morning, please don't expect your team to be on them, because you're not showing up as a leader to your team. You're not giving them the best that you have to give them. And it's probably because you're not giving yourself the best that you can to give yourself. So you don't have anything to give them. This is also an area where I struggle. Is people ask me to do shit all the time. People on different teams ask me to train their team on mindset, what we do every day at 6:30. Other teams ask me. People that are ranks way above me ask me to come and train their team. And this is available to you every single day, Monday through Friday. So why aren't you taking advantage of it? If you're struggling in this area, you need to be on at 6:30. Simple as that. Because if you really want to do something about it, you're going to. So congratulations to those of you that are on there and making it a habit. And those of you that are not, like Taina said, that's your choice. But I would really invite you to take a look at why you're not being consistent, if that's where you're at. And you can make the choice to change that at any time today. Okay. And I would just like to add that, like Taina said, it's going to get you everything that you want. Her and I, we went diamond because of consistency, nothing else. That doesn't mean we didn't make 5,000 mistakes along the way. It doesn't mean we didn't recruit people that stuck and people that didn't. It didn't mean that our team's volume went up and down every single month. It didn't mean that we didn't lose our rank somewhere along the way. It didn't, all of those things happen. Okay. It's just like a part of business. But what my point of what I was listening to this morning with Tony Robbins is that he said, the biggest companies in the world that come out of nowhere and make a multitude of millions of dollars. Tony Robbins, okay, he's valued at about $480 million a year is what he makes. So I think he knows what he's talking about when he says this. Companies that come out of nowhere, brand new, making multitudes of millions of dollars, they start in moments of time like this right now. During economic recessions, during pandemics, during the economy going down, during uncertainty, during moments of where people don't have a lot of clarity. So if you want to be an ambassador in 6 months, you absolutely can. All you got to do is show up every day and check off a stupid piece of paper with some check marks because you did it. Like, that's not hard, you guys. It's really not. It's not. Like, a monkey can do it. My daughter can do it. It's not, we're not outside digging ditches and like sweating in 120-degree weather. We're not dropping off loads and driving for 12 hours every day. Like, I'm giving you guys a reality check. We're not out in the fields getting blisters from the sun. That's hard work. What we do, it's not hard. It's not. It's up here. This is hard. So if you're not working on this, then you're not going to get the results that you want. So just wanted to say that you have a humongous opportunity right now. Joel and Stephanie Dunn, the #1 income earners in this company for every single year that I've ever been to conference. And I've been going to conference since 2015, and they are still the #1 income earners every single year. Guess what? Somebody recruited them in 2018, or whatever year it was, when we were having the recession, 2008, sorry, because they lost everything. They lost their businesses. They lost their franchise that they own. They lost the gyms that they own. They almost lost their home. Somebody in It Works, when there wasn't even one ambassador yet, I don't think, I'm not sure the history of the company, but there weren't very many, that's for sure, if there was any, recruited them.
I'm not sure I understand.
And then they quit. Stupid. They quit because it got too hard, because we were going through an economic recession. And they could have the #1 income earners in the company on their team. Right now, you have the ability to recruit Joel and Stephanie fucking Dunn on your team 10 times if you want to. Just put that in your head. Because honestly, if you just recruited one person a month and you taught everyone on your team to do the same thing, I'm going to post this in the team page today because the numbers are going to blow your mind of how fast that duplicates and how much money you can make. And if you have nobody on your team right now, nobody, and you did that every month, and you taught everybody that comes in, just enroll your one distributor. And that's all you worried about too, just your one distributor, and that's it. Just teach them how to get their shopping spree. And if they come and they go, it doesn't matter, because your volume is going to remain the same because the customers are there, right? In 3 months, you guys, from zero, in 3 months, you could be making a $4,000 to $5,000 double diamond paycheck, and you would have double the amount of distributors that you even need to reach that rank. So you would be on your way to being a triple diamond, which is an $8,000 paycheck for one person. Just bringing in one person a month. That's what can happen right now. And for some of you, you already have people on your team. So you're like at a jumping off point. You're not at zero. And so in 3 months from now, you could be having a triple diamond paycheck. And you could be having a Merry fucking Christmas for your family. I'm using F words because I really need you guys to understand this. Like, you guys, you don't understand the way this business works if you're doing what you need to be doing. Like, it can grow like that. Like in 6 months, literally, you can all be ambassadors right now. And most of you have people on your team already. So you're not starting from zero. So everybody, please, just, I know it's summertime. I know there's a lot of distractions. I know you guys are spending time with your family and you're going on vacations, and it's like, you know, I want to have fun with my kids. I want to go and do some great. So do I, guys. So do I. I'd love to be in Vegas right now, hanging out with Stacy and going and drinking fucking mojitos by the pool and like drinking my life away and living my best life. But you know what? That's not going to change my life right now. Everybody's about to be stuck at home for another 2 months. Everything in California, we're going back to phase 1 here. So, you know, we're all neighbors in the states that we're in. So everywhere you are, you're about to go in phase 1 too, probably. If California is going first, because we're a little bit bigger. But then everything that's happened here happens where you guys are next, right? So what a kind of an opportunity is that? And when you're prepared for that, you guys are going to be enrolling like, forget the one, you guys are going to be enrolling like 3 or 5 or 10 people ready to do this. And of course, the people coming in are going to have one person they know that wants to make money from home, because I'm sure they will. You know, so like, don't worry about what your team's doing or if they're not showing up or what this person's not doing this and that person. Don't put your focus there. That's a waste of time. It's a waste of energy. Just don't do it to yourself. Take that energy and focus it on what you want and where you're going, and put it there every day. And when you see people coming and liking your posts, and be like, oh my gosh, this one person that comments, and I'm going to go and go message 20 comments because I have 20 comments on my last post. One of those people, they could open up a multitude of people for me. They could know 100 people that want these products or this business. All I got to do is message them. The rest will come, right? As long as you hold your vision clear of what you want, the rest will come. It will come into your life like a magnet. But you have to know what you want, and you have to focus on that every day, not the other stupid bullshit. And stop reading your timeline, please, for the love of God. Stop looking at people posting bullshit about masks and COVID, and stop reading that crap. Stop reading stories about people dying. Stop it. Just stop. Okay? I have to stop myself too. Just stop. Okay? And go laugh or do something, or make a TikTok or do something fun, and then come back and do your work. And just like Amber Parker said this morning, get on, do your work, get off. That's it. The work will be there when the people message you back, and you can come back to a different part of your day. So with that being said, how many people here are going for a promotion this month, and you know exactly how much volume you need for that? Okay.
We went over that yesterday in our chat.
Awesome. I would like to do something that will help you accomplish that. Okay, so Stacy, Taina, and I were talking last night on the nighttime Zoom. And by the way, if you're showing up in the morning, please don't be obligated or feel like you have to show up at night or vice versa. Okay, like no one's checking when you're doing this, or if you're there, you're the one that should be concerned that you missed it and weren't there. Okay, but if you're on nighttime, don't like expect yourself to be up at 6:30 if you're going to be up all night. Like you need to rest, and vice versa. If you're going to be on at 6:30, you're going to be like toast at 8 o'clock. You might, you might get on a couple during the week, but probably not every single one, because you're going to be tired. You're going to be done for the day. Plus, you're not really going to feel like the need to do another power hour because you're going to be done with your stuff early in the day. So I would like to do something to help you guys. Okay, Stacy came up with a fabulous idea of going back to the power of one distributor. And I don't think one distributor is a lot to ask from anybody, even if they're brand new. Because if they're doing host to post and they're talking at least to 20 people a day and doing this task list, you actually end up talking to more than 20 people a day. You get closer to 30, if not more than that, probably. If you're messaging people that are watching your stories, definitely more than that. One new person coming out of that, that's a very high probability if they keep doing it. So she was saying we could do something having to do with volume and one distributor enrollment. Okay, when you throw numbers at people that are relatively new, sometimes it throws them for a loop. So we'll put some sort of an example. Stacy was saying pick 3, add another product, that's close to 300 BV. So if everybody's going for this personally and everybody on your teams are going for this personally, then you should definitely hit your promotion. Taina was wanting to add something to the contest too. I feel like when we have had contests with a very short window of time, they have worked better than something that's all month long or all week long or until the last day of the month. I've seen people on this team perform to maximum capacity and kind of pushing their own expectations when we've made something like 48 hours, 72 hours. So Stacy's suggestion was to do it from Thursday to Saturday. So that gives me time to put up this video about the power of one and breaking down the numbers for everybody to see like how much that will move your business. And then we could put up the contest. Taina, I don't know if you want to add something to that.
One reason why people don't hit their promotions, I'll tell you guys the biggest reason, is because today they're looking at their numbers and they're already quitting. They're already like, damn, 3,000 in volume, 5,000 in volume, 10,000 in volume. I did it before. That's why I didn't hit diamond for the longest time. I had diamond team way past the diamond team for like years. Because every time it got close to the end of the month, on the 20th, right around the 20th is when I threw my charts and I'm like, that's it, I'm done. I can't, like, but do you guys know this is when promotions happen? People give up before it even gets good. And now that I've pushed myself to that, I'm excited for the end of the month. I'm like, yes, the end of the month is so exciting. Like, lives are about to be changed. I'm not giving up until the clock strikes 31st. What is it, 30 or 31 days in this month?
Yeah, 31 days.
And then when it turns into 0, I'm ready for the next month and I'm excited because I know also what the beginning of the month can do for the end of the month. So it's like, you just have to know, you guys. And after you experience such amazing things in this business and you see people's paychecks and you receive paychecks bigger than you thought you could get, is when you're like, I'm ready for what's next. Like, I'm not sleeping on the 20th anymore. Like, I'm not sleeping on the end of the month anymore. Everybody quits right around this time. They just give up until next month. And it's like, this is the time where you promote. This is when amazing things happen for your business. So don't throw the charts down. Don't hide them and put them away for next month. Even if it has nothing on it, do something on it. And I promise you, that duplication of every end of month that you were like, you do not see the light. You do not see that you're going to promote. And like a couple months affected on each other. I don't know the words.
Compound.
Compound on each other. It just explodes. It gets to a point where it's just like, wow, like this is my volume. Like ever since I went diamond, my volume goes up in thousands every day. Every day. As soon as the auto ships run, my volume goes up 3,000 to 4,000 in volume. Could you imagine like that feeling? And that's nothing compared to ambassadors. Like I couldn't imagine. They probably wake up to like 10, 20,000 BV a day. Can you imagine that? And we're I wake up to an extra 1,000. I'm like, oh my God, you know, like all excited. After auto ships run, I'm just like, wow, this is amazing. But it's all that compounding from end of month to end of month. And you might not see your promotion right away, but I promise you, after you pushing through the end of month for a couple months, it's all just going to fall together. So it's really important that you don't give up at the end of the month. Even on the 25th, like any little thing that you do for your business at the end of the month is just going to compound month after month after month. And that is how you promote. And that's how you grow your business more and more every month. So the people that don't promote and they sit at the same rank for a long time, that's why. It's because they give up. And I did that. So I'm saying this from experience. Like every time the 20th hit, I would just say maybe next month because I still need like 3,000. It's too much work. It's not worth it. My kids don't deserve it. Like it's not worth making an extra couple $1,000s to push and work and try to bring in this volume. And if you think about it, 3,000 of volume is not, now I'm like, it's nothing. We can do that in one day as a team. Literally as a team, we can all bring in that volume. Okay, I know teams that bring in 20, 40, 50,000 more. I mean, crazy numbers, more than we can even think of. But we have to start pushing through the end of the month if we want to get to ambassador, all of us. Or diamond, or whatever you want to get to. You have to push through end of month time. You can't give up at the end of the month. Okay?
The month I went diamond, I think I didn't even have a single enrollment until the 20th of the month. If I remember correctly. And on the last day, I was still like 500 BV away.
And tell people what you're going for, you guys. That's what I wanted to say. Tell people what you're going for. Like, be loud about it. Talk about the business like crazy. People don't, you're not going to sign distributors by not talking about this business. I'm sorry. It's not going to happen. Even if you make the cutest post, like, you have to talk about it like a lot and let people hear your excitement about helping other people. And that is how you're going to get people like, hey, what do you do? How do you do it? Tell me more. And before you know it, you're going to be able to keep up because you're always talking about it. So be a broken record for your business. Like Melissa said the other day, this is do or die. Like, be do or die about this business. Like, if your kids were kidnapped right now and you had to save them, like, and if you're not about your business like that, then ask yourself why. Because what do you want out of this? Like, if you just do it because you like to do it, cool. But I know you guys are all here for a bigger reason than just to do it. Like, I know you guys all are, and I've heard your guys' stories, and I've heard you guys tell me what you want to do with this business. And it's going to take you seeing this business do or die. Or you looking at this business like your child and your life depend on it. And I know that when you think about your kids, you like will do anything, right? I know I would. So I think I'm going to just leave you guys with that. If you guys have any questions, you can definitely ask. But let's do it, you guys. It's like, in a month, we can all get to our goals. I want everybody to smile before they get off here. Now my sister's calling me. So, like, I don't ever say anything like rude to like make you guys feel like, oh, this is me. Like, oh my God, this is me. If you feel that way, I want you to know, like, I'm not targeting you or anything. Amy's not going to stop calling me. I'm speaking from experience because I've been there, and there's days where I'm there, and I want to help you guys push to the next level, like push past that. Okay, so I love you guys. I hope you guys have a great day. Enjoy the nice hot weather. Drink lots of water, and we'll see you guys tomorrow or next week. Bye.
Bye.